Hello everyone! Today I'm going to continue upgrading our 3 gathering buildings and take a look at the new unlocked blueprints. Note that this video will contain spoilers, so if you wish to explore the world of Aska on your own, now is the time to turn off this video. Still here? Good, let's proceed. As you can see, the blueprints for the 3 buildings are up, and the only resource still missing are the logs. We do have the large stone axe, so Freya can chop them down, but she does not do it. Why? The reason is that since her wood chopping pit does not have storage for logs, she is not going to go for the larger trees unless they are the only remaining in the area while she still is trying to fill the other storages. So to kickstart her getting us logs, we need to help her out and finish the wood cutting upgrade. And done. Now when the upgrade is complete, you can see that there is a log storage here at the back. She will now be prompted to go and gather logs as well. If we compare how the tasks list look before and after the upgrade, you can see that there are a handful of new items added. Logs is one of them, but we also have something called hardwood. Now we also can store something called pine cone, reed seed, fibers, firewood, and resin. Note that the numbers for resin, fibers, and the seeds are very big. Therefore, I will mention that since these are so high, it is wise to turn this number down to something more manageable. Or Freya might deforest the whole area in hopes of filling this storage. The most important is fibers and resin. Now Freya has gotten us some logs, so we will finish building the upgrade for the stone cutting and gathering pit. All 3 upgrades are complete. Apart from getting increase of the storage containers, each of these 3 buildings now can host 2 workers each. Alright, let's take a look at the new unlocked buildings. We go to the builder menu, category 6. We have now unlocked Fisherman's Hut and Hunter's Hut. These are, like it sounds, gathering buildings for food. The Fisherman's Hut needs to be placed somewhere close to water, while the Hunter Hut can be placed anywhere on land. It is highly recommended to build at least one of these early game, as you know that both fish and meat are the most filling foods. But before you decide to build a Hunter Hut, it is good to have a clue if there are any wildlife around your village. So I'm gonna go ahead and scout my surroundings. I have run around and I can't find any wildlife within 1 flag range. It's unfortunate, but that can happen. Of course, the position of my village is very poor. So now is the time to decide to move or to struggle. I could also go for building the fishing hut here on the beach instead. But while I was looking for wildlife, I found a lake not too far away. Relocating will take a lot of time and effort, because I will need to dismantle all my buildings to use the resources at the new place. At this point, it's valid to consider if maybe it's time to try a new save. We have learned lots about the early game, and we know that we need to find a better location for our future village. Next time, I'm not going to be building my village in the middle of nowhere. I will make sure to build my village close to at least one important landmark, be it on the beach, next to a lake, or next to a cave, and if possible, next to 2 of these. I started a new save and I did find a good spot with a lake and cave close by. But as usual, there is plenty of those pesky big rocks that are going to be in the way. The way I tackle this is by building my settlement a little bit further away, and then after I am able to remove these rocks, I move over to this area. You will see this spot is perfect. It's full of cuddle food walking around. There we go. We are back to where we were in the last save. Time to get those buildings up. We talked about that we have unlocked new buildings thanks to finishing the 3 gathering buildings. In the Builder menu, category 7, we now find that we have unlocked farm and cooking hut. These are also very important. In the farm, you can grow your own food and stop relying on the gathering hut. The cooking hut lets you process the food to tier 2 and above. Next, we have also unlocked the first house for our villagers. This will be the next step in moving our villagers out from the shelters into housing. Each cottage can have multiple villagers in them. Another thing that has been unlocked is the healing hut in the category 8. Exactly as it sounds, you can go here to get healed if you are wounded. At this point you probably realize that our 4 villagers are not gonna cut it anymore. Just now we have seen that we have 4 new buildings that we need to build and man. We have the fisherman's hut, the hunter hut, the farm and the cooking hut. Realistically, that means we need to have at least 4 new villagers. And since that is gonna require much more food, it makes sense that we're gonna get someone to build the farm. I'm gonna place down a farm here next to this wannabe well. I am also going to put down our first cottage. To help out in this building endeavor, I'm also going to summon my 5th villager. Ta-da! This concludes the upgrading of the 3 gathering buildings and taking a look at the new blueprints. Thank you for watching!